You are capable of winning races, but you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, folks, you missed it. We had to have a driver's meeting, and I had to be part of it, so I am sorry that I'm getting just a little bit of a late start. I am going to also apologize if my enthusiasm level drops down a little bit tonight. When I woke up this morning, I was in a pretty tough spot. So I am drugged up and Red Bulled up for this event tonight, but welcome to the Dirt Racing Network and live coverage of the Dirt Slingers Racing League Monday Night Thunder King of the Wing Series. You're going to see 2 sprint car races tonight. 360s will kick things off first right here at Limaland Motorsports Park with the RockinK Logistics 360 Sprint Car Series, and we're going to follow that up with the Midwest Barbecue Equipment 410 Outlaws coming up at about 9:30 Eastern. These 2 races have points implications for the regular season, but they also combine to determine who will be the 2025 Dirt Slingers Racing League King of the Wing. So, 2 shows, sit back and enjoy. Shout out in the chat. Say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. You got a favorite driver, shout them out. 24 drivers have checked in for race number 1. We will be sending 2 home drivers, and that bugs me more than I can ever express, that I only get to keep 22. We set the server up that way. We get 24, 25, 26. I would love to keep them all, just to let them have the opportunity to get in here and score them points. Big block guys are off this week. If you were here last week, you know they ran a 75 lapper at USA. They were the only show last week, and that was a great race. Smaller car count than we anticipated, but man, what a great race that was. This race here, this is the first of the big 3 for the season.
If anyone is new in here tonight, we do random draw.
We'll do our Jason Johnson Memorial the last week of June. In the 410 wing sprint cars, that's a 41-lap race at Knoxville Speedway. We try to get some special guests to come on and chat with us in the pre-race show. And then this year, the 8th annual Sprints for Freedom 360s double show on a Monday night, July the 7th. And that's the first, or the last of the big 3 for this season. There may be other events, but that's the last of the big 3. Then the giant race, which is going to get announced pretty soon for the big block guys. I can't really let too much out of the bag. We've been kind of giving it a little pub here and there, but that is a huge event. That is a gigantic event for the big block guys. So these guys are done with practice. They pill draw for their heat races. It looks like we are going to have at least 3 heat races tonight. 22 of our 24 will make it into tonight's A main. I see Tim Nichols in the house. I don't know what he's talking about, broken axles. Yeah, whatever. I don't know what you mean, Tim. You're right here, my friend. You are right here. All right, let's get ready to run down the lineup for heat number 1. It's going to be the 12 of Bowen Smith. It's actually the 24 on the pole. Mad Max Stambaugh in the 5 car on his outside, a rare appearance from Mr. Stambaugh. Then another 24, well, that's going to be Noah Bowman. Row 2 to the inside, and he's going to have the 23 of Jonathan White on the outside of him in that same row. Trevor Royer, your defending 360 Series champion, row 3 inside with Robert Satterfield in the double 5s on his outside, and then the hillbilly himself, Tim Nichols, in the 31 on the inside of row number 4 next to the Kiwi Conqueror. There he drives the 7 car. That's Craig Silby. There's Mr. Silby, the Net Cody Sports Mighty Midget champion for 2025A. We'll see him defend that starting this Thursday night on the network. There's Mad Max. There goes the 012 of Bowen Smith, and he is in the 012. I thought he was in the 24. I think he is the 12, and I get him and Bowman confused because they both drive black cars. So there's your defending series champ, Trevor Royer. And there's that wild guy, the 23 of Jonathan White. Haven't seen him in a minute. Computer issues for him. Robert Satterfield. Jim Nichols didn't make the start. The man might have got the rear end in that car. Or maybe he's got a big rear end and he couldn't get in the car. I don't know. We'll have to ask him later, I suppose. All right. It is time. Matt, I don't know where Matt's at. Did Matt make it in tonight? I didn't even look at the lineup. Hopefully we see him here in a minute. Green flag in the air. Out of 3 and 4. Smith is going to lead lap number 1 off the top side. That's Bowman right behind. Bowman started on the inside row. He's still running down on the bottom. I don't know. He's able to hang on. We'll see how long that lasts. Max Stambaugh with the cut down, trying to take second away. He's going to get to the inside of Bowman right there. No contact just yet. Halfway home in heat number 1, Bowen Smith out front. Stambaugh working the bottom. Royer is tucked in right behind him. Top 4 automatically transfer. From each heat race, we'll find the rest out of that B main here in just a little bit. And we're going to send one guy home from each one of them. So 2 to go. Smith, Bowen, Stambaugh, Royer. Top 4. They are spread around here. Tim Nichols, the only car not out there that's in that list. And there is Craig Silby. White flag for Bowen Smith. He'll be the first driver to punch his ticket into race number 1 for the points for the King of the Wing. Bowman, Stambaugh, and Royer go with him. White, Satterfield, Silby, and Nichols. And he in B main number 1 and 2. We'll split those guys up here in just a minute. All right, let's get ready to put heat 2 out here. Our starting grid. Going to be the 21 of Garrett Boyd on the pole with Ashton Mueller in the 33 on his outside. You'll see the 07 of Preston Cottrell, row 2 to the inside next to the J1 of Jacob Schmutz. And then Chris Sobeski in the 66 and Tom Ostendorf in the 32. Good to see Tom back in action. Here, row number 3. And our 4th and final row going to be Nick Nicodemus in the 310 and Miles Jensen in the 97 on that back row. We're just waiting on one driver. Make his way out. There he is. Pop that 21. Sobeski will be a 21 car as well. He will not be in the 66. We need to get his numbers adjusted, I guess. Car going to the back. Tom Ostendorf is headed to the back. I'm not sure. He might have a penalty that he is serving, or he may be having some kind of technical difficulty because he is sure a long ways back from the field. The 118, he was scared. He stayed in the trailer. That's where he's at, Scott King. If any of you are watching that usually watch on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, prizes for the Tuesday night fans went out. Should get them pretty soon. Green flag on heat number 2. Garrett Boyd grabs the point. Ashton Mueller. Slide job out of 3 and 4, and he leads lap number 1. Boyd going to take that back. Mueller not giving up on that slide job. He's going to lead it off the bottom. That time it looked like Boyd had to check up to keep it out of the fence. It's going to open the door for Chris Sobeski. Sobeski now is working the inside to try to take second away from Boyd. Cottrell's got that 4th and all-important bubble spot to get straight into the A main tonight. He is right in front of Nicodemus. About 5-6 car lengths, make it 8. Mueller, now Sobeski to 2nd. Boyd hanging on in 3rd. We're already down to 3 laps to go here. Two laps this time. Top 4 have not changed. We're looking right there at 5th place. Miles Jensen. And Jansen is just not making up any ground here as we come to the white flag. Mueller out in front of this one. And he is going to lead it wire to wire. Ashton Mueller, Chris Sobeski, Cottrell, and then Jansen Gets that fourth and final spot. Schmutz, Boyd, Nicodemus, and Osdorf. And I don't know. Let's go take a quick peek at what happened to Mr. Boyd. It's not going to let us see it. It advanced the session on us, so it will take that away from us. So we'll look at the heat, or the lineup for heat number 3, the final heat of round number 1. It'll be Ryan Paget, the 98. He'll have the pole next to the 17 of Bruce Jones. Newcomer, David Welter. That 23 car will be inside of row number 2, next to the 6 of Scotty T, Scott Thomason. Thaddeus Marshall, the 83, and the Little Hurricane, Mason Hannigan. Hannigan in the 22, not the 71. He's in the 22. He's in row number 3 on the outside. And then Larry Moody and Matt Westfall. There is a Matt Westfall sighting. 73 and the 54 on the back row for us. You saw him at the beer trailer? Well, what's he going to do with his 410 car then? Because you can't drink and drive here. That's against the rules. All right, third and final heat for 360s. Race number 1 tonight. Sprint cars, 410s coming up afterwards. This is the opening salvo for the King of the Wing. Green flag. Paget quickly to the point. Jones going to grab second. He's going to go for the lead right here, but he's not quite going to make it. Had to really keep that car underneath him, getting out of 4, and it allowed Paget to use the high side and all the momentum to shoot right back by. Marshall to third, Thomason and Welter back and forth for the fourth and final transfer spot. Now Thomason grabs it away. Welter to fifth. Here comes Hannigan. Oh, Hannigan across that right rear tire. And Hannigan gonna be our first caution. Gonna bring this from the drone cam. Goes between cars. Oh, yeah. He went between cars, and it looked like a little loss of momentum there. Out of Welter right in the center of the corner in the left front across the right rear. You can't play whack-a-mole like that. So here comes our pace car out to pick up the field. So we're going to do this again tonight? Yeah? Okay. Oh, boy. Can't get live. I can't get back live. Why not? I don't know. I know we're fixing to go green. I'm positive of that.
Green flag, green flag.
Yeah, I knew we were going green. We're not going to get back to that. So it was a one-lap shootout. Man, that's going to irritate me. Paget, Marshall, Jones, Thomason are the top 4 coming around for our checkered flag. Maybe next time by. Looking at the scoring and timing right here, right now, we are about to complete lap number 8. It is Paget, Marshall, Jones, and Thomason going to be our top 4. They're going to transfer in, fill in spots 9, 10, 11, and 12 in tonight's AMA. Moody, Westfall, and company will be in this next race right here. It looks like everybody's going in this one, and we're keeping 10 of them. So not enough cars to make it worth doing 2. Well, there's part of our problem right there. We'll get down here. Ooh, don't know why this is happening, but I'm not mad about it yet. Well, not very, anyway. White and Schmutz, row 1. Moody in center field in row 2. Boyd and Westfall in row 3. Row 4 is Sylvie and Nicodemus. Welter and Nichols in row 5. And Ostendorf and Hannigan at the back of this one. 10 are making it. Only 2 are getting locked down. And right now, if Mr. Nichols, well, there's Mr. Nichols. Let's go make sure that that's an actual sighting. That is. There's the 31 of Tim Nichols, that bright yellow machine. And then, just like that, gone again. So, we only got 1 that is not going to make it, it looks like. Welter. Back of this one. Maybe rookie deal. You know what? I don't know why that's so big. There we go. That's better. Well, that's frustrating. All right. Time to go green this time. B main. We're taking 10. I wish we could take them all, but we're only taking 10.
Green flag, green flag.
I don't really know what that means. Jonathan White to the point. He is starting to ease away quickly here. White looked like he got shot out of a can at the start of this thing. Larry Moody falls into second. Boyd, Schmutz, Silby, all right here together. Mason Hannigan now inside that top 10, so he's in a transfer spot. Start money, you got your start money. That's okay. I thought start meant take the green flag. I don't know. We're going to have to check the rule book on that, Mr. Nichols. Tow money's one thing. Start money's a completely different thing. And it's starting in the A main, not starting the B main. That much I do know. Still Jonathan White out in front. Moody, Boyd, Silby, Satterfield. Let's get back here because Moody and Boyd are going at it pretty hard for a couple of guys already locked in. They're going to let the 7 get around him. Nicodemus, he's going to cause a yellow flag to come out. I don't know if he caused it or if he was just part of it. Down and in and across, and I think he was adjusting for a car, and he just got spun out right there. Yeah, that's going to irritate me. Why won't this thing go back? Some kind of a glitch in the system. So everybody getting lined up behind our pace car. Okay. If iRacing's paying the tab, I'm good with it. Still White, Silby, Moody, Boyd, Satterfield, Westfall, Schmutz, Hannigan, Welter, Ostendorf. The cars that are in at the moment. Nicodemus still has a shot to take that 10th spot away from Ostendorf. See if we can speed this up. Maybe get our guys here. I'm not really sure why it's doing what it's doing. It's kind of frustrating me a little bit. Green flag back in the air. Five laps remaining. White working the high side. Silby working the bottom. We just had an update. Yeah. Still White and Silby. Boyd. Now Hannigan all the way up to the 4th spot. He's using the high side, running right against that outside wall. That right rear just inches away from nicking that fence. Up to 3rd as he got around Boyd. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to get to the front of this thing, but he's not going to start but mid-pack in our A main tonight anyway. He's already won 3 times on the season. So, He's going to go for second, and he's going to get it away from Silby on the white flag lap. Out of 4. Is he going to run out of time? White stays out front. Hannigan, Silby, Boyd, Satterfield, Moody, Westfall, Schmutz, Nicodemus, and Welter, Tom Ostendorf. And Tim Nichols did not make RA Main this evening. So that'll do it. Our 22 cars are locked in for the very first round of the King of the Wing, the 360 version, or portion, excuse me, not version, portion of the King of the Wing. These guys will get a few minutes. While they have some warm-up time, we need to finish paying some bills. All right, we got all of them in, but those two before the race started, so had to finish paying our bills tonight. I want to thank all you guys for being here. About to get the first of 2 Sprint Car A mains. We'll have a 410 show here in just a little bit. We are going to wrap up show number 1 with a 30-lap feature. These guys are scoring individual points for their season totals. And right now, Trevor Royer had about a 46-point lead coming into the night. He has 1 win, and Mason Hannigan has 3. But Hannigan also missed a race, and that is why he is so many points behind. Royer has had very good finishes every week. Just hasn't been able to get to victory circle because his teammate keeps beating him to it. Not sure what the drivers are waiting on. Maybe some last-second instructions. Oh, Trevor Royer having an issue, a technical issue. Trying to find out what that problem was. Some kind of technical. Yep, fell out for packet loss. So they are sitting there waiting. Oh, we do not have anybody in chat that we can talk to. unfortunately. Rest of the week is lining up pretty good. No ERA tomorrow night. Wednesday, Midwest Truck Series. Thursday, Netcode Esports Mighty Midget Series back in action. You can see that 7 car sitting right there on pit road. Has the big Netcode Esports logo on the wing. He's the midget champion in that series, and I'm sure as a product of that, he is also leading in their Ironman points as well. The guy right next to him in the 21, Garrett Boyd, also runs over there at Netcode Esports. We see those guys on Thursday nights every time we go there. So that series back in action for 2025B season. And then we'll swing back around and we'll pick it back up next Monday night when we go back to big block and sprint car racing. We'll have the big blocks and the 410s next Monday night. ERA will be back in action next Tuesday on the 8th. And then the Midwest Truck Series and the Netcode Esports Mighty Midgets again next week. So that's your next 10, 11 days. Plenty of shows. No Sunday shows right now. That series has discontinued their live coverage until further notice. These guys are racing for a really slick prize here for the King of the Wing. Not only do they get bragging rights for 2025 into 2026 as being King of the Wing at DSRL, but they got a neat little wing panel that goes to them that says King of the Wing. We like to get pictures of them with them so that we can post them up for everybody to see. Sometimes we get them, sometimes we don't. We ask for them. Well, looks like maybe Mr. Royer made his way back in. They are ready to advance the session. That means we are ready. All right, well, let's get down here. They got 30 green flag laps. But all the racing we watched so far has led to this, and this is how we line them up off of all the qualifying races. Bowen, Smith in the 12, and Ashton Mueller in the 33 make up our front row. Then it's the 98 of Paget and the 24 of Bowman. In row 2, Sebeski in that 21 car. It's got the 83 of Marshall on his outside. Max Stambaugh in the 5. Preston Cottrell in the 7 make up row 4. Then Bruce Jones in the 17 next to the 90 of Trevor Royer. Miles Jansen in the 97 and Scott Thomason in the 6. In our 6th row, Jonathan White and Mason Hannigan coming out of the B main. All the remaining cars in this list from that B main, they make up row number 7. Row 8 is Craig Silby and Garrett Boyd. Row 9, Satterfield and Moody. Westfall and Schmutz in row 10, and then Nicodemus and Welter round out the field, all 22 cars. Oh, 21 of our 22. Trevor Royer must not have made it back, and the decision was made to just go without him. That is terrible and unfortunate, and that is going to cost him a lot here tonight. That's going to cost him in King of the Wing, and it's going to cost him in the weekly points series. So we'll come out of 4.
Green, green, green.
We'll catch the green flag. Bowen Smith quickly to the front. Mueller had second, now takes it back as Paget was looking on the bottom. Paget slides into 3rd, but Bowman is looking down low to take that away. He runs 4th. That's Chris Sebeski up top. Caution for the first time. White and Silby, and I'm hoping that this works like it's supposed to. Ooh, contact there between White and Thomason, and that's what led to the incident. So White and Thomason made contact. Silby just kind of got collected into that. Jonathan White, Craig Silby both headed into the work area. We'll see if those cars can be fixed and they can continue. That sun is a monster in turn number 4. Here comes Trevor Royer. He's going to get some waiver rounds. I don't know how many laps he was down. Had to have been 2 or 3. But he'll get waved around. Get back to it. Looks like we're getting tightened up. Ready to go back green. We catch a couple of cautions, and he'll be able to get back on the lead lap, start making up some spots there.
Green, green, green.
Green flag. Royer only a lap down. Amazing. Smith once again rockets out to the point. Mealer, Paget 2, 3. Then Bowman in 4th. Sebeski stays 5th. Marshall and Stambaugh 5 and 6. Cottrell and Jones. And then Mason Hannigan inside that top 10. He's not going to waste any time, I promise you. He is going to go for this. Oh, you know what? We could have car sounds, couldn't we? Ha ha, my bad. Turned those off at the commercials. Forgot to turn them back on. Now you got them back, folks. Sorry about that. Hannigan to 8th. Banks it off the fence. It's going to cause a caution in behind. There we go. So far, no caution. Everybody able to keep them going. I don't know how. Let's get back towards the front here because Smith and Mealer kind of pulled away from Paget, Bowman, and company. We're into lap cars already because Matt Westfall pulling off. He must have damaged Nicodemus. The lap car racing in here with these guys. He's right around the bottom. Everybody else ripping the lip. He's in between your top 2 currently. Keeping it nice and clean and out of the way. So Smith, Mealer, and Paget still 1, 2, 3. Bowman is 4th, but he is in a hornet's nest. He's got the lap car on the inside, and he's trying to battle for 2nd. I'm sorry, make it 3rd. Make that 3rd place. And Paget is just trading it back and forth with him, and they worked around the lap car. Up the hill with a big slider. Paget easily defending that with the cut down move. Go for it again. Bowman in low, out wide, trying to catch the berm a little early. Just not able to get that car to set and plant. Here comes Sebeski. Sebeski's going to throw his hat in the ring now. Sebeski out of shape. I think he got tapped across the push bar. He lost a couple of spots. Now hits a lap car. Now goes across in front of Stambaugh. This ought to be a caution.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Yeah, we got a caution for this one. Well, we're going to go watch it. Drone Cammy. Yep, got hit on that left rear just a little bit, and it got the car so far out of shape. And when he went down to the inside, there was already a car there. Clips his right rear as well. Shoots him into the outside wall. Short track like this, something happens, it's consistent chaos, folks. So Sebeski, what? Oh, Chris Sebeski went to the pits. His car a little worse for the wear. I guess he did hit the wall pretty hard out there. Boyd just now rolling back. He's 7 laps down. Moody, Westfall, Jansen, Silby, White, all retired. Sebeski, if he can get fixed, can make it back out and stay on the lead lap, but he's got to do it right now. Welter, 15th place. He stays on the lead lap. Bowen Smith on the lap header, bringing us back to green. Down the back stretch. Opens it up to about 7 car lengths. Mealer got about 6 or 7 on Paget. Paget's the one that's in a single file line. Paget, Bowman, Hannigan, and Marshall. And Hannigan went low, and he's going to try to make that move on Marshall. Marshall right in tow with the 24. This time, the 24 drops out of line, goes to the bottom. He tried to go after Paget. He's going to come up the works down at the bottom. I think Hannigan's just going to go lower and lower, and Mason Hannigan is going to work his way. Trevor Royer was on the lead lap back here in traffic. That's Jacob Schmutz and Robert Satterfield in front of him. Bruce Jones in the 17. Oh, not even his fault. Stanball gets a tap. And Royer takes the car for a little loop-de-loop. So Hannigan will give the spot back to Bowman. We're getting down to it. About 11 to go and we take the green. Stanball took his car into the infield. I don't know if he's damaged, trying to get something fixed, or if he thinks something is broken and just trying to get it fixed. But lights go off on the pace truck. That means we're going to single file them up, and we're going to get ready to go back to green. Garrett Boyd tried to roll back out of pit road. Or maybe he just rolled in and stopped. I just saw the car move and then stop. Oh, green flag once again, and Bowen Smith holding it down out front, at least for the time being. Mason Hannigan dove to the inside one more time. Going to make his run to try to get a podium spot here. Inside 10 to go. Smith. Hannigan's showing up to second, but he's got to complete the passes. Going to have to work his way out of the B main, and if he can get up here, win this race, that would be an impressive feat. Bowen Smith not going to just roll over for him, though. 7 to go this time. That time Hannigan got a little out of shape, and he's got Bowman tucked in right behind him. Mueller still up top. He's running third. He's not gaining ground. Watching the top three right here. Top four within striking distance. Marshall is just a tick off these guys. We're down to the wave lap, 5 to go. Smith, Hannigan, now it's Bowman, now it's Mueller. Who will it be at the line? That's the question. That time it was Mueller. Hard charger, definitely the 22 of Mason Hannigan right now. 3 to go. He's within a couple of car lengths. He shows him that he's there, but Bowman, unfazed, uses the momentum line and flies right back by him. 2 to go that time. Slider behind as Bowman puts the move on Mueller. White flag coming out. Bowen Smith. Flag to flag in it. He gets into 3 and 4. Hannigan with a last chance. Desperate slider. Runs into the lap car. Smith. Bowman. Hannigan hangs on to third. Just barely in front of Mueller. Marshall was 5th. Hannigan just went for it down there, and that lap car was just enough in the way. He just bumped him. And it caused him some momentum. It only cost him 1 spot on the racetrack. So we'll wait for our drivers to make their way in here. In the meantime, let's look at the results. Satterfield 6th, Cottrell 7th, Jones was 8th, Paget 9th, Schmutz in 10th. 11th was Royer. Welter in 12th. Nicodemus 13th. 14th, Thomason. Stambaugh in 15th. Sebeski 16th. Boyd 17th. Jansen was 18th. Moody 19th. Westfall 20th. 21st to White and Silby in 22nd. Now, let's try to talk to our drivers. You had to charge through the B main. He charged all the way to the front. A late race incident. I think he would have at least had second. Mason Hannigan, it was a hell of a drive, and you had to work all night long.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. It's just like, I don't even know. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but some people just don't understand where they need to be out in the racetrack, and it just kind of getting frustrating. It's because it just always happens to be the same people. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I tried there. Bone was pretty good. I think I should have slid them all the way in 1 and 2 there, and I had them pretty much cleared there, and I just listed because I didn't think I was clear, but I was. And yeah, the heat race, it really didn't help me, and kind of got stuffed off too. I was there, and just nobody paying attention, and then I kind of did that to myself down in 3 and 4, and I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I was trying to slide Larry, and guy just lifted in the center of the corner. So yeah, it was a pretty rough night from the get-go. So I had a fast car, and we'll just have to do something a little different here in the 410 deal.
Well, you know, you say guy listed in the middle of the corner, but you're racing on a short track, and sometimes you kind of got to expect the guys are either going to break momentum or they're going to be in places that you hope they're not. You just kind of make up your mind and you go for it, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, when you make up your mind's made up, and you get in the corner, you just don't expect somebody to go from 70 mile an hour to 40 in the span of 2 foot. So
Yep.
Had to work for that one. Feel like we probably shouldn't have had to work that hard, but it all started with the heat race. So sometime when you start 6th on a short track and you got to go to the front, you got to go on the first lap. So it is what it is, and we'll go to the 410s.
All right, man, some shout-outs, some thank yous. You're not set up too bad. You're going to be 3rd in points, it looks like, coming into the second show tonight.
Yeah, all the boys at Black Diamond. Can't thank them enough. Tim Sims, Velocity Race Designs, and yeah, I'm just ready to do the 410 race.
All right, man, thanks for chatting with us. Good luck in round number 2.
Thank you.
Mason Hannigan, he finishes in 3rd, and now let's move on to the guy that actually finished in 2nd. Let's grab Noah Bowman. Noah Bowman, you there, buddy?
What's up?
Tough race tonight on a short track. The 360s, you're going to come home second. It's going to set you up pretty nice for round number 2 in this King of the Wing challenge here.
Yeah, car was pretty good. I tried some different things, and it worked for us. I noticed early that the top was where to be, so I kind of just tucked in line and waited for the track to do its thing. I seen Mason on the bottom there towards the end, so I moved my wing forward and got behind him, started trying the bottom, and got to racing with Ashton there and stayed around the bottom for a little bit, and eventually I ventured my way back to the top and just kind of stayed there for a little bit and seen what was coming, so I just tried to avoid, and there I was.
Well, an awesome run, man. 360s are tough enough on this little bitty track. What are you thinking for the 410s here in just a little while?
I'm probably more excited for the 410 because it's just more natural for me. But yeah, well, that worked there, so we'll try it again on the 410.
All right, man. Give me some shouts and thank yous before we let you head out of here and get ready for show 2.
I'd like to thank you for broadcasting and putting on this winged league. There's not a lot of great winged leagues out there. Not to be an ass, but this one's pretty clean and I like it. So I'm gonna keep running it, and like to thank Indy Race Parts Esports and MBR Performance and everyone who helps me out. Red Driver Marketing Solutions.
All right, man. Well, congrats on a great run. It's going to set you up good for show 2. We'll look forward to seeing what you can do in the 410s here.
Thank you.
That is Noah Bowman. He finishes in 2nd, and now we'll move on to the guy that led every lap he was on the racetrack tonight. Bowen, 360s at Lima. You made look pretty easy, buddy.
Yeah, car definitely felt good. Definitely felt like it was going away there on that last run. But all night long, car felt real good. So
We had a tough customer, and I know he showed you he was there multiple times. Hannigan came from a long ways back. Any concern when you finally did know he was there?
I only realized he was there once, and I think that was maybe within 5 to go, and I really just had to tell myself to stop making simple mistakes and get up there and just start driving, like driving my race.
Well, you're the car that's going to be the one out front with the target on the back. You're going to be leading the points in the King of the Wing going into the 410s. How are you feeling about bringing the big car out and putting it on this little bitty high bank racetrack?
I'm actually feeling more confident. I've always felt better in the 410s anyway. I don't particularly like running these 360s too much, but we're going to try to give it our best shot and see if we can bring home another win or something close to it.
All right, man. Shout-outs and thank yous. We'll let you start prepping up for the 410 here.
Yeah, definitely a shout-out to Chad Griggs for always helping me out, but and you guys for the broadcast.
All right, man. Congrats on the win. We'll look forward to seeing you in the 410s here in about 45 minutes.
Yep, thank you.
That is your winner. Round 1 of the King of the Wing on Monday Night Thunder with the Dirt Slingers Racing League. RockinK Logistics 360 Wing Sprint Car winner, Bowen Smith. He'll lead the points heading into King of the Wing Round 2, which is the 410s, presented by Midwest Barbecue Equipment. It's going to be a fun one. The 410s here are a lot different animal than 360s. If you thought it was chaotic in the 360s, the 410s are twice as chaotic, so it's going to be a whole lot of fun. About 30 minutes, we'll go live for show number 2. Make sure you tune back in. You'll find out who King of the Wing for 2025 of the Dirt Slingers Racing League is here at about, I would say about 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern. Everything should come to a close. I want to thank you all for being here. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this without all the awesome leagues giving us great racing like we just saw here just a little bit ago. There's nothing to cover, so pats on the back and high fives all the way around. If you can't join us for show 2, shame on you. Make sure you join us Wednesday and Thursday for our 8:30 shows. Till we see you again, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down.